Now, I mentioned we were using a beta. It actually took a bit of persuasion to get hold of the beta for this. Because it was beta, there were a few things that we had some issues with. We couldn't... Every build we did of the car, bearing in mind we got everything in groups and sections, different assemblies, we had to do it all in one shot, or we got scaling problems. And once we got something in, we couldn't take it out. The result was a couple of examples. So in that case, the driver's slightly out of proportion. Image on the right, we deleted something, brought it back in, it scales out as well. But those were the kind of issues we had. Any time we hit those problems, we'd have to start again. There were also problems with exporting OBJs from Maya. Generally became material problems. Again, back to the start and starting a complete rebuild, which was frustrating, as you can imagine. However, despite this, Hypershock was a revelation. It was liberating. Just the interactivity was stunning. The quality of the renders in near real time, with our models it was taking a few seconds, was stunning. The renders matched the final renders, the previews matched the final renders. It was so interactive. The art director sat down and set up almost all the angles himself. I couldn't even get him to stay in front of it live for more than a couple of minutes. And we were able to do some of the stylising. And the reaction within Nexus Studio and the account handler was an absolutely unanimous. They all thought that's what CG had always been like. So you can't win them all. But we were very pleased. Just a few examples of what we output. These ones have been retouched by the Nexus Studio. They have their own retouch studio. Now, I have some of these printouts at about A3, so if anyone is, I've also got some brochures. If anyone's interested, just come over afterwards and I'll show you how they transpose across to print. Then we've got motion blur, put it in post. You can just see the driver in there. He's got aluminium sunglasses on, which just catch the light on some images like this. That's probably my favourite shot of the whole thing. So that's actually a crop in. The full print of that at A3 or higher is actually something so nice you want to put it on the wall, you don't want to put it in a brochure. But to my eyes, at any rate, that's just a car sitting in a shop. There's no CG in this, to my way. That one likewise. Okay, once we finish S2000, we sort of progress. First thing that happens is the full release of Action. The import scale issues. Now, I had a conversation following S2000 with a couple of the guys at Bunkspeed, and within a week, that had been fixed. So the next project that we did, all the scaling worked, everything was spot on, we did very quick builds, quick turnaround. We also upped the render quality even further. We render off now, so using high dynamic range renders at 12,000 pixels. Following S2000, in fairly quick succession, we then just did a couple more projects. This was Civic 4-door, which is actually the same basic model as the hybrid we'd done earlier in the year. Quality of render, completely different. Because everything was working, we were able to just render off the bits we needed. Because the scale was fixed, we could just render them. For example, if we needed different alloy wheels, no fog lights, we could just render those parts and pop them on in Photoshop. So the whole process was very, very different in that sense. So, my personal impression of Hypershock, it is liberating. It's incredibly fast to work with what we do. Previews they match, you can believe them. And you can up the very close depth if you really need to. The trace depth is by default slightly shallow for the previews, but for most things it's absolutely fine. You can change it if you want. materials and shades are fantastic starting points for certainly everything automotive. It's stunning and many more things besides. And art directors can use it. As far as I'm concerned, that says it all. If an art director can use it, then anyone can use it. My impression of Bunkspeed, well, I think they're as interactive as their product, actually. You can speak to them, they speak to you, they respond, they'll discuss things. They're open to ideas, they're a great bunch of people. So, I would say if you go away from here without at least a copy of Microsoft Web, you're doing yourself a disfavour. It's stunning, go to it. And just to prove how nice and easy it is to do this sort of stuff. Quite a line. There you go. That's about it. Hope it's of interest. If anybody wants to see the printed stuff, come and see me. I can't hand it out, but I can certainly let you see it if you want to. Thank you very much.